We all know why we're here. So let me ask you a question then. Why the big secret? Truth seekers were really the true leaders. Keep it grooving, the movement like two-seaters. Turn it up, we knocking through both speakers. It's time we get the truth from the big secret keepers. Hey, truth seekers were really the true leaders. Keep it grooving, the movement like two-seaters. Turn it up, we knocking through both speakers. It's time we get the truth from the big secret keepers. Hey, break it down, now can you peep it? They're deceiving all the people. Let me ask you, what's the secret? Misinformation and lies, a devious disguise. They want the EMF blast until our brains is fried. Oh, point their beams in the sky. Oh, it's a movie now. This world is all CGI, their plot is truly foul. But we're here to rise up and bring the real. Time is now, truth seekers, y'all know how I feel. Truth seekers were really the true leaders. Keep it grooving, the movement like two-seaters. Turn it up, we're knocking through both speakers. It's time we get the truth from the big secret keepers. Hey, truth seekers were really the true leaders. Keep it grooving, the movement like two-seaters. Turn it up, we knocking through both speakers. It's time we get the truth from the big secret keepers. Hey, why the big secret?
One week ago, we shot down a UFO or China spy balloon. And the world was turned upside down. Everybody was thinking fear. Why this? What took it so long? Or the government to shoot it down? Was there some malice intent with China and what is going on? Or was it Russia? Or can we defend our airspace? But all right, we shot it down and we thought the story was over. Then several days ago, as in 2 or 3 days ago, something else appeared over the American skies, freaked everyone out. We immediately shot it down. We've been talking about it and we're saying, what's really happening? Is something going on? Well, maybe it's a coincidence and maybe not. But as we see now, something is up. Why do I say something is up? Because now we have another unidentified object that's flying, but doesn't qualify for the word UFO. But this time, this has a cylindrical shape, a cylinder shape. Now we can go back into the history of ufology, and we have seen witnesses of all of these type of pictures of cylinders and things that we've seen in our past. So what makes this so significant? It makes it significant because it's happening over and over without answers. And if this is a real UFO, ladies and gentlemen, we may have a problem. Or should we say, Houston, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. But in this case, the truth seekers will solve the mystery. Yes, we will solve the mystery through our discussions, our conversations, and we won't be afraid of whatever's out there because what it is? We don't know, and neither do our government. So let's hop into our, the tic-tac, as Nicole says. And so we're going to talk about it right now. Welcome. It is Saturday night, and I know a lot of you could have probably been doing other things. You could have been out, having a great time, but we're going to spark up a conversation. And I had to come into the studios today to talk about this because, we don't want to be 2 or 3 days behind the information when it comes down. So let me give a shout out to everyone in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a second. We have Native V is in the house. Welcome. Xavier X Files is in the house. Welcome. We have Nick Folk in the house. Haven't talked to him in a while. Welcome. We have, let's see who else is in the house. Canadian Patriot, is in the house. Cyril is in the house right now with us as well. Coop is in the house. Girl from the Bay is in the house. Todd is in the house. Coop Butler is in the house. Missouri. And we have a couple of other people. Of course, we got the greatness of Nicole is here with us. Heart Love is here with us. Manuel, Netta, John. I'm just calling them out as I can see as I scroll down. Diana's in the house with us. Heart Love is in the house with us. Jay, Justin is in the house. RJO is in the house. Christine is in the house. Everyone is in the house. Phil, Deborah. We'll keep it coming. Let me catch up all the way down to the bottom. If I missed you, charge it to the brain and not the heart. So Tamana's in the house. We have, I already said Christine, Marla, Jody, Sunshine. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have some issues. DMP is in the house. And Jody, we have some issues tonight that we want to throw out there. And we said this last night. Remember I said, how would we, at some point, when would be the next time? Remember, we voted, and some of y'all said one day, and the next day, and there we go. And so it's on and popping. It's really on and popping. So we're gonna have a great show. This time, we're getting a little more facts about this particular object itself. Now, this is shot down over the Canadian airspace, and by NORAD. Now, my first question was, why won't y'all send your own planes? If it's your airspace, why do we have to use our F-22s to be able to go up here and engage this particular object? Does it have some type of technology if needed, that they did not have? Why did they have to coordinate with the U.S. and send fighter planes in their own airspace? And we're talking about the Canadian airspace. And so all right, that's inside intelligence, and that'll be something that they decide they want to do. But we will leave it at that, I should say. The other part of this is, just like everything else, this was, I think, approximately 40,000 feet into the air, just like the last one the day before. But what they're not saying, though, is the one that we shot down yesterday and the one that they shot down today is the same, because the U.S. is a little different than giving out a lot of that information. The Canadian government, Prime Minister, now is giving it a cylinder type shape. Okay. Now of course, Nicole says the Tic Tac was like that as well. So we know now that it's not a balloon. That should change the ball game for everyone. It is not a balloon. Sonia says she is very cautious to believe whatever the military is telling us these objects are. Yeah, and we all should be now, because obviously our military is a little more tight-lipped than their military, because we could have gave out the same information. Now, I can understand it, but what really trips me out the most, CNN, you have all the news agencies. This is how I know now, and we can't say it wasn't suspected, that they all work together. They all work together, because they all are saying we have this unidentified object that was shot down. Okay, we have this, and it's like they all don't want to use the word UFO, because all they can easily say, we got this unidentified object flying. Now, there's no distinction to say, okay, where did this unidentified object get engaged, on the ground or in the air? So it was flying. So now we are saying unidentified. They don't want to put the word flying because it was flying, then object. Now we got the acronym UFO. It's crazy. It's like they're doing it on purpose to not only confuse everyone, but at the same time stir the pot. So we would do that now. So we have Mike is saying $4.99, and thank you. He said keep bringing that fire. We're gonna bring it, but since you are the first person, you're going to be the sponsor of our show tonight, Mike. So let me add that into the banner right now. At Mike, y'all give Mike a shout out. He is the new sponsor of the show tonight at $4.99. So that fire has led to something else, Mike, that you just done. Okay. All right. So, yeah. And so it's one of those things that when you think about it, you have to then ask yourself, why are they doing things this way? It makes a lot of sense that they're just gracefully walking this thing on ice to not stir the public. But it already has. There's got people out here who are already fearing that there is something major happening. There's something major happening. Now, I would say the fear could be validated because it is something happening, and it's happening, in our skies. And just like you saw yesterday when the girl asked the question, which is what I told y'all is something that we do not want them to do. And this goes back down to this particular question that she asked yesterday. Here it is.
Is it now the policy of the United States that if unidentified aircraft are over U.S. territory, that it is likely the president will choose to shoot it down?
The president will.
Okay, so this wasn't over U.S. territory, though. Of course, all right, we have a pact with Canada. So NORAD was called in for this. But again, why didn't they shoot down their own? Only because they didn't take the time to try to figure it out. The U.S. says, hey, we're going to shoot this down for you. Makes me believe, y'all work with me now and tell me what y'all think. Make me believe that the U.S. knows what it is, and it could be our own thing, and told them, hey, we'll take care of our own problem for you. Is that possible? Could we have said to them, no, we got this. You know, like a buddy would, like somebody tell you, we got this, right? Because Canada could have shot it down. And the US says, no, we got this. We got this. And all of a sudden we have this now. All right. So Lamont is going to be our new show sponsor. But you guys can use the Cash App. That's immediate, but you want to use YouTube, that's fine too. So we're going to put Lamont here as the greatness now. So we're going to hide that and we're going to add his name. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Could our government have told them, we got this, guys, we're going to take care of this for you. And so there we go. It's like, all right. So y'all give a shout out, please, to Lamont. Everybody do that. If you didn't do Mike as well, do him and Mike in the chat, please. We'd love for you guys to give them both a shout out. Okay. Definitely do that. That's how we roll here. So, but yeah, thank you, Diana. She did it for both of you. So am I on to something when I'm thinking that we shot it down because we knew what it was, and it could be something we fabricated maybe, and so we like, we got this. We'll shoot this down for y'all. We didn't mean for it to go that way. I don't know. Isn't that something logical about that we need to do? All right. So Jody just cashed out $10. So Jody now will be our show sponsor, and I appreciate the support. I really do, more than you guys know, but I don't say it so much that you should know that I appreciate your support. So at this point, what I'm saying is, could I be on to something? I mean, could we now say we were cleaning up our own mess? And so they go, okay, yeah, y'all waste y'all missile. Y'all put that shit up there. You know what I mean? Could that be possible? Let me check some chats. Diana says, oh yeah, so y'all thank Jody. Give Jody a shout out. And All right. So Jody says, yeah, absolutely. That could be, we need to think about that and what's really happening. So DMP says, Roderick, do you think that what Dr. Grill said is coming and these UAPs are made by us to scare the public? No, I mean, I, I understand the message that Dr. Grill was talking about a false flag operation at some point, but I think he was saying that they was going to use holographic technology. We will actually see these things everywhere through a different technology, not by happenstance of something like this, because we're shooting it down. So to create a massive invasion type thing, that I think it'll be a totally different process that they will use. But this could be what we call stage one. So you could be correct. They could be rolling it out in stages. But my thing is that we, engaged in one of these objects on yesterday, and then there was a report. I think Nicole found that Russia supposedly have had an issue like this a month ago. They just hadn't said anything about it. So there could be one of those things here. We got Roderick secret would make a lot of sense if the Tic Tacs were us. If you think about the 2004 incident, the Tic Tac knowing the meeting points of the Navy pilots in exercise. Well, I get what you're saying with that, but I'm gonna give you a different, and this is M4K4V3L1, and what a username! You got a username. The Tic Tacs that knew the rendezvous point, or whatever we want to call it, for those pilots who was able to get to point A to point B, this is going to be a whole nother level. So this is not that, okay, not even close. These phenomena knew because number one, they could have already intercepted messages because they're communicating. That we're talking about telekinesis, not telekinesis, but telepathic thoughts. It was a whole lot of other things involved. So this here is probably a step down in technology anyway. So, but anything's possible though. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I wouldn't put those two in the same category at all because we couldn't have shot down one of those Tic Tacs, and we wouldn't have done it today if it was one of those. Joe says, "Hey Roderick, I want to come to the show and talk about my sightings on the jellyfish-like UFO I saw with 10 other members." Okay, you can. That's for Joey Farina. You can go to a web address called shareyourbigSecret.com. It's up right now. It's just an input data. You go in there and you just put it in there, and you could definitely do that, and then we will contact you, the show producer and everything else. We got another. Let's see what we got. All right, so we have a new show sponsor. Thank you for the Cash App. Cash App is preferred. And let me update right now, and I want everyone to give a shout out. Let me put in the username first, and this is how we're going to roll. But yeah, I think what we're looking at though is there's going to be some issues out here. That's one thing I'm gonna say. As a UFO investigator, they're not playing around. Whoever it is intentionally putting these things up there, and they're rattling the freaking boat on purpose. They're not playing around. They're showing that they got some. Now, the other part of this is going to be if anybody's doing this, it's almost like they're, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the Jurassic Park, when he was talking about those raptors, how they was hitting the fences, looking for weaknesses. It's almost like they could be doing that, saying, wait a minute, we can put some stuff in this airspace. We can do that. So y'all give a shout out to Droney0201. $20 cash out is now our new show sponsor tonight. Please give a shout out. We want to support everybody who is supporting us. And thank you, Native B, for that. So Droney, you're getting a shout out. Appreciate you. Anyone else? Once again, the cash app is at the top of the screen, preferred, but we'll take it any way you can. But basically, that's the preferred. All right. So yeah. Like Cyril said, testing our security systems. They could be you know, because now you got it going in different places. Now, from what I understand, is that NORAD saw this thing like hours and hours before and alerted Canada as though it was coming there. Which mean it could have been already in our airspace anyway. And that's the last thing they probably want to put out, that we have another one in our sky. Another one? You know, it's kind of like Cat Williams, like this cage right here, nigga, this cage right here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, another one in our sky? You know, so it's things that you should really, truly think about when it comes down to some of these things, and pretty much. So, yeah. So once again, y'all give Johnny a shout out, which y'all have. So I appreciate it from there. Let me look at some chats and see. And so, but one of the things that we need to truly focus on is it is happening. There's something flying around. Now, the most impact part of this entire story is the fact that the Canadians have given out a description, a little small description of this item or this object. That makes it the whole ball game change, because what we do know is, ladies and gentlemen, it is not a balloon. And what they did say was they was trying, and I heard another detail, they was trying to figure out how, and I heard it distinctively, and anybody else let me know if you heard it on CNN or any, they was trying to figure out how that thing was flying around. Like, it didn't show any propulsion. I think I've heard them, one guy said we need to look into, I don't think he said it about it, but he was like, we need to check into all this, almost to say there was no propulsion in this thing. Now it could be a higher intelligence. Okay, let's play that advocate for a minute. What if it wasn't higher intelligence? Saying we don't want to really scare them just yet, but let's just put something that floats a little slow so they can feel that they can defend themselves before we show up. You know, I'm just putting it out. This is just a story. We're writing a plot here. Okay, everybody know we're not doing World War and all that stuff. But what I'm saying is, could it be something since let's just get them a little taste of, so that it's like anything else. Just get them used to it before we introduce ourselves, you know, to this thing, and let them think they can defend themselves. And then the next time we show up, we say, hey, we come in peace. Don't shoot us when you know you can defend yourself. When they like, yeah, they can't. We're just fooling them right now. I don't know. So what are y'all thoughts? I'm gonna take some thoughts of the audience here. So let me go through the chats and just see some of y'all thoughts. Let me put something up. Sonia says people are different in this day age than the 40s and 50s. People used to just believe whatever the government military told them. Now that's not happening. Well, Sonia, let me tell you something about that. I think that was an actual plan of the government, and here's why. Over the last 70 years, ufologists in the community have spent years telling people not to believe the government. They're lying, don't believe them. We've been drilling that into the society for years. It's the cover up, it's everything else. So their plan is, hey, you know, now let's give them a little truth so we can say we told you. But they're not going to believe it now because we got them conditioned saying that everything we say is a lie anyways, like boy cried wolf. I was some more the opposite. So now they say, yeah, we got something flying around, and then we're going, yeah, it's ours. Yeah, there's some things flying around. We don't know what it is. No, that's y'all playing tricks on us. See, it's like they done fooled us into, going against ourselves, like it was some plan. So girlfriend of base says, I disagree. She says that I feel like most people do believe the government, at least where I live. Where you live, on a military base? Yeah. I think it's going to be, we believe what we want to believe. So now Canadian Patriot says, come on, it's a freaking balloon. That's it. It was not a balloon. It was not a balloon this time. They said it. They had ample opportunities to tell you they shot down another balloon. Canadian your people over there was a little more honest than what we get, and said it was a cylinder type object, cylindrical, and that they wasn't joking when it came down to that. So this time they're going to get the wreckage, and now they got to pick it up and all of this stuff. And so I just think it's kind of a weird thing. But the fact that this is happening, and China first saying, okay, fine, it was a weather balloon. So I think those was two isolated incidents, and then someone else probably felt, now we have an opportunity to test some things that we have. Let's put it up in the sky right now and see what type of response that we're going to get. And because again, they could easily say, hey, we shot down another balloon. This is not what they're saying, and so we have to focus on what they're not saying, as opposed to what they are saying. And we have to always understand the how and what is going on is what they're telling us, but nothing is important as digging into the why and why the big secret, because there's a why behind this, and that's what we should be pondering our minds on, trying to dig up the why. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is the silver bullet in all of this stuff, right? Because don't go with the narrative. That's the easiest thing to fall into. But like I said, what they're not saying and what they don't want to say, they don't want to use the word UFOs. They don't want to. And so the challenge is, we need to try to understand, if it was over Canadian airspace, what if it was over someone else's airspace? Are we going to go and shoot it down again? So obviously we had to get permission from NORAD. We had to get permission from in a joint agreement between both leaders of the free worlds over here and there, and say, okay, allow our airplane to enter into your airspace to shoot down an object for you or us. Oh, but my bad, we need to get it. It got out of control. We meant it to come back over the United States to scare our people. I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Lemon. We got to read between those lines and really understand that. Nicole says that Canadians are being more forthcoming than the U.S. Yeah, because their government system is different than ours. Our government can sit there and lie to your ass all day and still, be in government tomorrow. They can vote you out, vote of confidence, like 2 weeks. You just get in there, you get right back out. They ain't playing that mess. There ain't no terms. I don't think. I don't really know how it works, but the way these prime ministers come and go out of there, it's like, nah, we can oust your butt right now, So maybe someone else in, Canadian could explain how the politics work there, but obviously they got to tell a little more points, than all of that. So let's look into some more comments. Christine says, plus, if this is alien in nature, she says that they are so far advanced that there's no way we can stop any serious aggression. But here's the deal. If you were going to approach a new civilization, wouldn't you send in small decoys to show them to instead of sitting in something's moving so fast that even we was coming in peace, we don't want to, start on an ant nest, right? Because even though we was coming in peace. So why don't we send a couple of little things to get them acclimated, and when they shoot it down, they look at it, and then there's a message in there saying, hey, we come in peace, quit shooting us. But this is why we allow you to do this. But if you shoot the third one down, we got a problem. Or the fourth one. So we need to anticipate on if this happens again. So that's where, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to see some stuff from there. If this happens again, then we're going to see with that. Native V says, I agree with Christine. She says, maybe these are warnings. Everything is a warning. Both of y'all, Native and Christine. I mean, ain't nothing out there ain't telling us something. You know what I'm saying? Even before it rains, we get some thunder. You know what I'm saying? And everything is a wonder. Before the tornado comes, there are some storms. So we're gonna, if now that we got two of them, three, so to speak. Well, let's exclude the Chinese balloon. We're gonna go with these objects that they don't know what it is. JJ said there's gonna be more soon. I tend to probably agree with you. and it's going to get pretty cool. Nicola says, I am so sick of them. I wish they'd just be honest, really like the jig is up. Well, Nicola, that will probably be a little too simple. But here's the deal. We as people, truth seekers, y'all remember this. Your eyes are useless when your mind is blind. If your mind is blind to the point that we're not alone in this universe, and you ain't figured it out by now, I'm not talking to anybody specifically, but I'm saying, then what we see and what's going on, it still kind of gets us in this, what is that? Hell, there's a UFO. Now, and let me clarify something. I'm a UFO investigator. Anything flying around in our skies that we don't know what it is a unidentified flying object. It falls in the classifications of a UFO. Not all UFOs flying around are alien extraterrestrials, originated phenomena flying around in our sky. However, all aliens do use UFOs to fly around in when they want to come around. So either way, we just need to figure out what those things are. So definitely it is a unidentified flying object. Just listen to the media to get you to understand how delicate it is for them to talk about what they're talking about, because they will definitely not want to use the trigger psychological phrase that will trigger historical habits in everywhere. So if they turn around and say UFO, but what they are doing to keep their aces in alignment is saying we have and once again, I've said it before and I've said it again, we have an unidentified object, unidentified aerial object in our skies that was shot down today. These are the headlines. But what conjunction, or not conjunction, but working together, that all of these media outlets have not chosen to say we have an unidentified flying object shot down today. It's like they all are scared of it. I may have seen it once on the internet. That was a small newspaper. But these big news outlets are their editors and whoever's in charge saying, whatever y'all say, don't use the freaking word UFO. And now it is on. And you know where that's coming from? I'm going to tell you where it's coming from. That mandate is coming from the DOD, the new UFO office, because they don't want the headache. Because if we say it's a UFO, now they got to get involved, and we got taxpayer money behind it, and then we get answers. Hint, hint, right? We get answers then because we have an official UAP, aerial, or whatever God is called, AR. Sonia, let me know what the name of that is. I know you know, so put it in the chat for me. Help me out. But they have the new office. The name is Air or whatever. But that whole office is in place for stuff like this. And if they turn around and say it's a UFO, it engages that office, then that office has to answer to the people and to Congress. So they like Arrow. There you go. Thank you. So they're and what is that acronym for, Sonia? And they know that if they tag this thing, then they're going to do it. And speaking of tags, I need to put one of our behind the scenes show sponsor here, and when I said the word tag, it just triggered. I need to show y'all. We're gonna real quickly here. All right, so make sure you guys go visit the Custodian Files. That's Dr. Shipe. You can find his website, and that is going to be he's at the custodianfiles.com, and make sure you definitely check that out. Okay. Dr. Sight will show you in real what he calls dragons and tagging and all of these helicopters and everything. And you got to see these files. And this is happening down in California on a daily basis. And so definitely you guys check that out. And I mean, definitely check it out. So it's something to be looking at. So anyway, back on point. Once again, let's give a shout out to our show sponsor at $20, Droney. There you go. And you're holding fast right now. But anyway, the Cash App is up there. Even if you just want to donate to the show, you can. It don't even have to be the sponsor. So whether it's 5, 7, 8, 3, 1, whatever you want, that's fine. But if you are going to take the plunge and say you want to be the person, then you can pop it up there from there. All right. So it is All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office. Well, they do everything they can not to make sure we want to use words UFOs. Okay. Thank you, Sonia, for that. And make sure y'all check out Sonia's channel. Okay. It's Sonia Into the News. She does a lot of storytelling. So if you up at night and you just want to sit back with her, she'll sit back by her little background and put her legs up with the books and like she's just reading a story. And I've checked it out, a few times. And so if you want to do that, and she'll read some story to you. So she's a great storyteller. Jody said, I saw you, Roderick, on Ancient Aliens last night. Nice job. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I flew down to LA and I filmed 3 episodes for them. That particular episode, I shot for 4 hours and they used 30 seconds. And I've learned that now through TV. When I did my first TV show with the Discovery Channel, and which is up now, called Alien Endgame. Y'all got to check that out. And we spent 3 or 4. We spent days and weeks. They flew me to LA. They flew me down to out in the desert, all these places. And then once they figure out what they want to use, it just condensed down. But it was a heck of a thing for just doing that show, from there. All right, so and someone says I did see you on Regina Meredith. Yeah, okay, yeah. Now I have not watched it yet. I'm going to watch it tonight. I didn't even know it aired, and somebody else mentioned it yesterday. So Regina's great, and we in the conversation that we had there was about the UFOs and things in the African American community, which is where we're going with Project Black for all of us to get more stories in a segment. It's for everybody. It's not just, excluding anybody, but we're going to focus on a demographic, which will be the Black community and indigenous communities where there is very disproportionately of reports and things when it comes down to sightings. And so thank you, DNP. Appreciate you saying that as well, and all of you. So got a lot more stuff to come, pretty much. But let me bag back up, like I said, so there's a lot of moving parts in what we're dealing with. Okay, a lot of moving parts, and one of the things about it is we, the people. All right, we got another cash out. See what we got, what we're working at. I love it when y'all do it like that. Thank you, Nicola. She says, here's for the support. And y'all give a shout out to Nicola, who's tipped Droney. She tipped you out $1. That's all it takes to win the bid, baby. She said, all right. So we have $21 with Nicola, who is the show sponsor. Y'all give her a shout out right now. We got another cash out. Brenda says, here's some support. Thank you. She sent us support. Appreciate you, Brenda, for the $15. And believe me, I just been tickled to death with the support of you all, and it's really got me. And that's one of the reasons I'm here tonight too, not for the support, but the support y'all have been doing over the last few days is like, okay, I don't have to be out here doing some side hustles and things, and it ain't taking a lot. I mean, it's not millions of bucks to be doing this. But it encouraged me to give more and more and more because you guys are helping me give more and more. And so I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to be here. We're going to spit it out. So, but anyway, I want y'all to give a shout out, as y'all know we should there. Give Nicola a shout out there. And she said, I just seen 21. Sent 21. Yeah, you did. Talking about singing. That's bad for me. All right. So give a shout out to John. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all give a shout out to John for supporting the show as well. Nicola is our sponsor, and Nicola has a great some books out too, children's book. If you go back to some of our shows, we were sharing some of those things, and when you get an opportunity, put it in a link so we can tell everybody about your books and stuff there. So, but once again, y'all thank John. Y'all did. And continue and to do those. So Yeah, and so like I said, that drives me down the lane of there's it. So let me back up for a minute. If the question that we want to ask ourselves is there some type of cover up, at this point you can nod your head and say yes, there is. There is some type of cover up. Now, for right now, if you don't mind, she said if I sent it to the wrong cash app. No, you sent it to the right, Nicole. It was 21. You're on the screen right there as a sponsor. Oh, so we spelled the name wrong. So she probably like, "What, spell my name wrong, dude?" All right, let me hide this and edit it to an A. Maybe that was the point. But no, so you're good. We got you. Or we got it. It came. Yeah, it came right to the right cash app. The cash app is right up there. $ why the big secret. All right, appreciate it. So again, so what's the question? Did I send that to the wrong cash? So you mean tell me you wasn't intending to send me $20 or you meant to send it to somebody else? Or one of your cousins or something? So you asked me to send it back because you asked it like 4 times. So let us know if that's what you're talking about. So you were sending $21 to someone else, not us. You're not. So we need to remove you from the show sponsor, or what do you mean? It was a mistake. I'll wait for your response and all that stuff. All right. So yeah, and once again we are under the cover-up phase of whatever's happening. That is no doubt, everyone. That is no doubt that we have. So Jay said we can only expect half truth from the powers to be. So don't get excited, people. True. That is true. But then, like I said, if it falls under the realm of Arrow, then we can go asking for answers because we, the people, are supporting that financially and it will engage them. And so I'm sure they're chomping at the bits anyway. Like, all right, y'all should have y'all should put that into our perspective. And I'm sure as they give their next reports, we're going to be asking, how come that's not in that report? And so, and think about that too. Whenever the government wants to hide big secret keepers, let me make sure we justify and follow along with me, everyone. Whenever they want to hide things from us, this is where the Freedom of Information Act is really important for us. But if they go and put these things in a private sector, then the Freedom of Information Act doesn't work because the private sector doesn't have. And that goes back to the questions that she was asking a reporter yesterday. And let me share that with you again. And I want you to hear this verbiage real quick because she was really being smart to ask the right questions. And so let me just put it down one more time for you can hear it.
Is it now the policy of the United States?
I'm sorry, not that one. It was when she said, "Who owns this?" I think
another aircraft of some sort, airship, balloon, something was shot down today. Who owns it? What were the circumstances?
All right, so there we go. So who owns it is the real question. So first, let's give Juanita. Juanita have given us $20, and so I want to thank you for that as well. Appreciate you doing that, and so. Juanita, appreciate y'all. Give a shout out to Juanita. Everyone, give a shout out to Juanita. Give a shout out to Judy, the young bird. Says thanks for all you're doing, Roderick. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And y'all give a shout out. We do have a new show sponsor. Someone said he wants his title back, and so Drawny says here is $22. He wants his title back. So let's give Droney back his title of show sponsor. And he says, make no mistake about it, we're not going to do this way. And he says he wants his title back. So let's give it back to him. Yes, 0201. There we go. Save and show. All right. So Droney is now back in the big dog seat. He says, I am the one. So once again, we had Juanita, thank you for that as well. And then Judith, thank you. And Droney is back in the driver's seat as the show sponsor. Y'all give him a shout out again. Tell him again, welcome back. In fact, tell him welcome. Look, Nicola talk about no, yeah, I know. He was like, no confusion here. Let me top this back off. So there we go. Sorry, Nicola. I mean, you know, sometimes kings and queens, then there's a new regime that comes in, and Droney says, you know what, I wanted it back, and he took it back. No point intent, but just he took it back. All right, so but let's go back to what I was just really throwing out there and saying. She said, no, I sent it to you, Roderick. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, because I was about to like resend it back. I thought you maybe was trying to help a cousin or something out, and it came to me instead. But I appreciate it. You did help a cousin out. I will be family today. But anyway, y'all give Droney again a round of applause to retake the throne as we are playing Game of Thrones here tonight with the show, and we appreciate it. But all right, so back what I was saying is that we have to then start thinking about when she asked that question, who owns this? Because that was a perfectly good question, by the way. Because had they identified who and what that is, then we're gonna throw some things down. Nicole says my family's talking about they are going to have a UFO alien welcome party. As long as Nicole, y'all remember the movie Independence Day, all right? And when they came, there was a group of people when old girl said, don't go up there. Promise me you won't go up there. All right, I'm not going. So if your family is not the one that are going to be holding that welcome to Earth sign and talking about, they're opening up. Don't let them go out like that, Nicole. Don't let them go out like that in the movie. So we don't want that. But all right, so but once again, though, we definitely understand that there are some things moving around when it comes down to what we're seeing. So my guess is we're going to see another one. All right, I'm sure I'm not the only one thinking that. Nicole says, no, they're not going to go out like that. Okay. And so I would assume that we're not going to see the last of these, okay, at all. We're not going to see. Hang on a second. I am live streaming. I know we haven't talked in a while, but I'm live streaming. So if you want to go on YouTube, you can hear me. Look, everybody in the audience said, who is that calling? I'm not going to call it out, but hope all is right. But yeah, go to YouTube. I'm live streaming right now, huh? All right, bye-bye. Okay. And that was my friend I talked to in months. Her and her husband is expecting their first baby. They just got married, and I'm excited for them. I'm excited. So I had to take that call. I'm sorry. Tell her who that. It's okay. It's all right. So yeah. So I think what we need to be truly, once again, focusing on is what they're not saying and what is not happening. But I do believe we're going to see some more. And if we see some more, or they shoot down another one within the next 2 or 3 days or a week, man, everything is going to change. Let me tell you something. There's going to be some changes. Now, when I heard the Prime Minister of Canada says, well, now we need to upgrade NORAD. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, really now? Oh, really? Because now we need to. So it's all about the money. It's always about the money. So now they're going to take more of our money and upgrade NORAD. That's like all of this stuff is like it's all about the money. So let me look back. Okay, someone says, let's put it right here. He said, if you look up, I've never seen as many stars like is out right now in Chicago. Okay. And usually when you look up to the clouds, there are stars, or the stars are large and they twinkle. You know, it's I was listening to a discussion on Clubhouse tonight. I was just popped in and they was really talking about how the earth and all this not moving, the stars, and And, and we got all the simulation theories now. We have so much that's coming out. And so I think it's just, I don't know what to say, as far as, the skies are clear or not, but definitely, to each and all when it comes down to whatever, I don't know. I just read that. I really didn't have a comment to say, but Native said, "Don't get me started on all the activity over Lake Michigan." Well, I mean, Native V, there is a lot of there was a report that came out with MUFON. This was some months and months ago, but we had 300 and it was, I forget what month it was, but it was about 6-7 months ago. But we had like 300 some sightings, and I think that was in Texas or not Texas, but anyway, most was over water. And the report says the top 3 places that UFO sightings was California, Florida, and Michigan. So they're coming over that water. So that was something. They saw there a pyramid under Lake Michigan. I don't know. Somebody could have spotted that by now, Nicole, I'm sure. And Tammy says, I think Dr. Stephen Greer is right. This is a rollout. It could be. They could be rolling it out in small phases. That is totally doable. Okay. I wouldn't doubt that out. But, something is flying around that we don't know what it is. And everything but short of them saying a UFO. And yet the challenge is they're shooting these things down. And the only reason you shoot the second one down because nothing happened from shooting the first one down, right? But you better believe is one of these things turn around while they was trying to shoot it down, move and accelerate it like it can within seconds, instantaneous acceleration, speed of sound and say, no, buddy, you're not going to hit me today. Oh, we ain't going to hear about that. No, we won't hear about that. That's not going to happen. Let me look in there. Let's see. Nicole said, I agree with, we're going to see another one that's going to be a bigger one. I don't know. It may be. Yoga said, I've seen lots of stars too over New York. That's so weird that someone else feels the same way. Oh, all right, Yoga. Did we just make a match? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just supposedly there's stars everywhere, I haven't, when I say everywhere, but there's supposed to be people saying that the star constellations are brighter or they can see them better. Maybe we're in some different time frame. There's so much stuff. Coop says another object reported over Montana. You're right. When was this? I haven't seen it, Coop. So if there's an article or something, put it the link in the chat, and we'll click it and check it out and see what you're going on with that one. And we can put it from there. All right. So now that we have 2 objects, let me see. Some of you share your thoughts about it, your thoughts, and why. Let's go with a questions of why. Why is this happening now? Okay. So let's give some theories out there. Let's see. We got some good old conspiracy theories. Let's go always with why. Let's go with why is this happening right now? And while y'all doing that, I'm going to I've been drinking tons of water, so I got to take a restroom break, and it's right here in my office. And so I'll play a little Truth Seeker music while I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. And then we'll check out your comments, okay? All right, so let's see what we have. I asked a question before I left. Let's see if anyone answered it. All right, Natives V said, do you think the general public is ready for an announcement of ETs?
Hell no.
That's my answer. That is the answer. Period. And if I have to say it again to answer your question,
Hell no.
they're not ready. So that is not going down. No. And most people think that they are. And the government and the big secret keepers know that's not going down. They're not, people are not ready. There was back even in the 60s and 40s that there was a commission by the Condom Committee or somebody. Well, anyway, the Brookings Report is what they end up doing. And in that report, they specifically said this is where all the cover-ups began anyway, that the public cannot handle what is happening. And so, yeah, and we all seen the greatness of A Few Good Men when Jack Nicholson says, you can't handle the truth. No, they can't handle it. And Damien, thank you for that as well. And so it's not going to go down. So let me see what we're getting. Mason says, we're getting close to that time. We have to get disclosure before the window closes. Everybody's starting to wake up and pay attention to what's really going on. It's definitely coming. I'm going to agree and disagree with you, Mason, because, and then we'll get to Phil's question why we can't handle it. I'll definitely tell you in a heartbeat. I don't know where we're getting closer to the time. So if you want to kind of get an explanation of what time is and what it represents, I would love to hear, because this has been around quite some time and back in the dinosaur days, as if they wanted to say that. But we do have reminiscences within pyramids and all these things that it is true. The evidence has been left. So it's not like it's something new that has not happened when it comes down to that. So Phil says, why can't they? Would they will be you or other people, us, all of us, them? There's a lot of implications that come with, the disclosure. One in particular would be technology. Tech is what's driving this whole thing. Everybody want tech. Everybody want it. And that is the moving force of all of this. Now, if somehow free energy was to be introduced into our society, you talking massive breakdown in societal stuff, from banking to just everything breaks down. So what we think we asking for, do we really want it, right? You're talking within months, our dependency on fossil fuels or gasoline, oil, and all that would change the whole world economy, because that is one global product that is connected to the entire world. No matter we in wars, they're still selling gasoline, oil, so to speak, back to each other. They're never going to stop that, because they know even in a war, if that was to happen, it would break down civilization if all that stuff happens. So there's a lot of stuff why we couldn't handle it. That's for darn sure. All right, so we got a new cash out. Sonia says $4.44. So thank you. Y'all give Sonia a shout out for the $4.44. Thank you. We accept it all. So she said, it doesn't matter if most of us can handle it. They should still give it to us. Yeah, okay. Sonia for president, right? You can probably win a whole presidency over that line, but that's not going to happen. They're not, and I don't even think all of y'all really want to happen. How many of you, and I probably said it before, you probably heard me say it before, but how many of you been on an airline flight in the last 6 months? Just put it yes or no. Yes or no in the chat. If you've been on an airline flight and flew somewhere in the last 6 months, okay, last year, last 2 years, just have you been on a plane lately? It don't even have to be significant win, but definitely. Lawnmower Man says the aliens don't want the Super Bowl to happen. Yeah, I know. Dallas Cowboys is not in it. Who does? Because they are not only America's team, but Galaxy's team. How about it? All right. So all of you saying yes, some saying no, that you have not been on a plane. So let's go with this. And you probably heard me before, Bill, but you haven't. Let's talk about disclosure. Let's just say, because we have disclosure and you're about to get on your next flight, right when you're about to get on a freaking flight, they hand you a piece of paper. And it's a brochure, it's folded up, something like this. And they go, let me see who all said the yeses. We got Sonia, we got Miss Quincy. Is that Quincy or Miss Sense? Q Sense. Okay, that's fine. Christine, Hope, Yoga, all of y'all yeses. So let's say right before you get on a freaking plane, you're boarding this bad boy. Because of disclosure, they said, hey, we're sorry, because of disclosure, we want you to know that there was a UFO, UAP that started the last flight, but it's still in the path of where we're going. It keeps showing up. We didn't crash, but you know, that's the turbulence. Or you just got off the flight. And you know how you had those turbulence and the seatbelt light comes on and be like, fasten your seatbelts, and you be like, damn. And then you get off. They said that was because there was a UAP that flew over us and the instruments went off, but we didn't crash. Do you want that kind of damn disclosure? Hell no, you don't. You do not want that. You don't want to know. You don't want to know that because the neighbor's grass is high and he had been cutting it, and you find out that he's been abducted because they put the memo on the door and say, here's the disclosure notice that you all want. There is an alien abduction happened 2 doors down. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, they did come back. We found them. They're a little hurt right now because the behind has been probed, but they're surviving. Do you want to know that? All right. Some of y'all tell me, yes, I do. Okay. All right. I don't think you do. I would think you'd be like, no, I don't know. No, I don't want to know that before I get on a plane. Yeah. So Nicole says, don't forget to show your support. It's the least we can do. Yeah, hang on. We'll put that right up there. I'm gonna bring you up for him. Don't forget to show your support. It's the least we can do. He's out here talking about things that people don't really want to talk about. And this could be dangerous. We could at least give him a like button. There ain't nobody liking me. Y'all not liking the do I need to get the like pillow? Y'all know I'll do it. I'll pull out the like pillow, right? And make us go with that. But appreciate it, Nicole. Thank you. Yes. And that is something that we are doing. And we definitely want to make sure it happens and continue to happen like it's supposed to. Yeah. Someone says he's an alien. Okay. All right. Surreal. He's an alien. Yeah. All right. So Claudia says the aliens know that we have to save Earth. Okay. And that's the only way they can intervene with free will when a nuclear war is happening. I mean, we don't have many nuclear weapons and things that have been, done. Now, we did have them to turn off our weapons back in the Maelstrom Air Force Base quite some time ago. And Robert Salas, he talked about that on one of my shows. Now, interesting enough, though, that this Chinese spy balloon was spotted over that nuclear facility, why, is the question. So that's something that we can connect the dots there when it comes down to it. So it's a perfect thing for them to do. Yoga talking about maybe not during the flight. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Thank you for your honesty. Everybody talking about, yes, I want to know. Sonya talking about she want to know. Yeah, right. You want to know why you sitting up there rattling and they come out with, ladies and gentlemen, this is your Captain Roderick speaking. And I just want you to know, fasten your seatbelts. Really doesn't matter though, because if this thing goes down, your ass is in trouble. And you can use a flotation device from 40,000, 30,000 feet up. But wait a minute. It's coming back. It's coming back around. Just hang on a minute. Oh shucks, it's turning off our instrument panel. Why is it playing with us like this? You know, flight and all that. But just fasten your seatbelts. We're gonna make it through. I don't know what this UAP is doing and why it's doing it. Do y'all want to know that? Do y'all want to know that? No, you do not. And you talking about disclosure? You don't want the real stuff. You just want to. All everybody really wants. I'm telling you. All I think, and this is my perception. It's mine only. All that everybody really wants is just an extraterrestrial to get out his freaking car and just wave and say, "Hey," and really that's all you want. You want him to say, "Hey, I am from Planet Zeron, and my name is Astro, whatever. Welcome to Earth. And yes, there is a God, and it ain't the one you are praying to. And yeah, we got that." That's all y'all want to hear. That's all you want to hear. That's it. That's all you really want to hear. You don't hear shit else. So, all right. The social dig says, quit looking at the government for answers, and we already collectively have some answers. Yeah, and you know, Rob has his channel, so make sure y'all subscribe to the social dig over on YouTube. He does some shows too as well, and get you some answers where you're at. So anyway, so yeah, like I said, I do not think people want to know what is happening. You just don't want that, you know. And so I don't know. I think it'll all be done if an ET shows up and gets out. All of this shit just goes away. Ain't no more conversation, and all we're gonna do is just relieve ourselves and say, "I told y'all we're not alone." That's the proof. That's it. Or would we continue to want more? So let's pretend the day after. Okay, everybody work with me. Everybody work with me right now. Let's pretend the day after. Okay, so we're going to say disclosure, not by the government. There was a group of aliens that showed up. Okay, they showed up and now they're here. They're parked. We seen the movie District 9, right? Something shit like that, right? What do we do then? What conversations do we have about disclosure, the government lying, all of that go? Well, what do we do after that? Help me with some answers. Come on, bring it. They're here now. We know they're here. They have showed up. They're down in front of Walmart. Everybody can find Walmart, okay? So they're down in front of Walmart. Now they're in Dallas, so y'all gonna have to come to Dallas. But they're here. Now we know. We know. So what do we do now? What do we do now? Okay. I'm gonna look for y'all answers. Y'all tell me, what do we do now? Now that they showed up, they got out, we know they're here, and I'm gonna thicken the plot. It's almost like the movie in Star Wars when you walk in and all of the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're at Walmart, so they figure they know where to go. So what do we do now? All right, so let me look here. All right, so KG says the Canadian government just confirmed that the object they shot down was, there you go. All right, so it's a cylindrical object. There we go. It has shape to it. That's all we need to know. It wasn't no freaking balloon. It wasn't no balloon. All right, so Nicole says ETs are sick of us. Pop says, depend on if they can speak our language. Okay, well, still, they here now. It don't matter what language you looking at them. You know, she's green and sexy. You know what I'm saying? She got to, you know, look like that on she's blue. What's that girl on X, whatever, Professor X crew? Mystique, or whatever her name is. Sexy and blue. All right, so she's sexy and blue. She's showing up. Nicole said, what do you want from us? They didn't come. They didn't say. We've been asking for them. We begging to see them. All right, so that's cool. Damien says, I'd rather get pulled up over by a gray. All right, that's a great movie, Surreal. Okay, come on, Nicole, y'all help me with some answers. What do we do when they show up? Now, what do we do? All right, so someone said I will send you a link to the IG, Roderick, to your IG. I will send you the link. Cool. Appreciate it. Disclosure is happening now. Hope says, I will probably freeze. Thank you, Hope, for giving me some content here. Hope says, I will probably freeze, but I'll be curious to become acquainted with them. You better believe it. You know, see, y'all, shoot. The first thing I'm going to do is ask them, what do y'all eat? Because as long as they ain't gazing at my ass and talking about, well, you sure look sexy today. You know, whatever. I just want to first know, what do you eat first? Because if it ain't human, that's cool. And then if I say, well, can I give you a Big Mac? And he said, man, that stuff will kill you. We've been knowing that throughout the galaxy. Okay, no problem. All right. So Charles says we should accept them. Cyril said, think about the movie V. Yeah, I got that original DVD collection over there. Victoria says, hello, Roderick and the Truth Seekers. Yeah, so make sure y'all know that the Truth Seekers community is growing. And you definitely want to be part of that, truthseekerscommunity.com. We're going to be activating Area 51 pretty soon. So make sure you, the Truth Seekers community is free. Now, come March 1st, it will no longer be free, not for the people who are already in there, but for the new people, it'll be $2 a month because we got to pay for the system. We have thousands of people in there, and it's a great place for you to market. You can post some content, market your YouTube, your podcast, whatever we got. And they're all a dedicated audience to truth seekers. We thought we'll have a few hundred. It's now pushing, we're probably, 1,000, 1,400 people within 30 days. That is amazing. So it's an app, Truth Seekers there. Living said, I joined Truth Seekers. Appreciate it. Yeah. Go in there, and if you send instant messages to each other, it's like a Facebook, but it's a place where you can say anything you want except politics. We do not do politics in there. Okay. That is one of the things that we don't do. Danny says, and don't eat me. I'm for real. I'll be like, what do y'all eat? As long as it ain't talking about humans and we here for food, then it's cool. It's a real talking about chunk thick humans. All right. Aaron said, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And you know, it's whatever. Christine said, cookbook to serve men. Hope said, don't eat me. You know, I said that already. Mm-hmm. And like we said, y'all give a shout out to Victoria as well. All right. So Droney said, find us another planet for some of these humans. All right. Yeah. That would be probably what they're doing. Talking about we need to decolonize you guys and everything else. And so that'll be pretty cool. I don't know. But I will say, once again, let me make sure I put the brand up on what we're doing here. And you guys, hang on. Good old water. And the Cash App is up there. If you want to support the show, you can do that. Today's sponsor is Droney. Of course, we had Nicola was sponsoring, then Queen Nicola, then King Droney said he's going to come back and take care of it. And so we have today's sponsor. We do have other contributors today. So I want to thank each and every one of you who have done that already. So appreciate you. And we will continue to move on. But if you want to upseat the king right now, Game of Thrones is Droney. Y'all can upseat him right now. But if not, he is reigning show sponsor at this point at $22. So we will go with that. All right, so let's get back into the chat. Let's get back into a few things. And I'm surprisingly enough that a lot of you did not engage into what happens if they are now here. Where do we go? Does this whole UFO thing subside? Do it all change? Do it all, just cleans itself up because now they have revealed themselves. Now, of course, for me, once again, I still would think that just because one species show up, the question is how many more is out there, and all of that stuff, right? And so we will then assume that there's more, okay? And we will do that. Let's see. Yeah, Coop. Everybody's talking about for food. And yeah, as long as they don't talking about us for food, we good. Y'all have no clue what that means if they didn't come here hungry. Yeah. Native said, I grew up on Star Trek and I'm ready to join the Federation. Yeah. Until they tell you that we need to replenish our planet with new DNA. You already know what's going to happen to you. You're going to be like, no, I ain't down with that. You say you sent the link, KG, to, let me see here, to my Instagram. Let me check and see. I don't know. I don't see it yet. Messages. Let's go to messages. Let's go. There you go. All right then. Yeah. So KG put the link here. Yeah. Canadian Defense Minister describes the object shot down by NORAD. Yeah, I was listening to that earlier when I was driving before the show started. I was really listening to what they were saying, and that was one of the things was NORAD or whatever they was talking about at the point. So I'm down with that program. And let's see here. Yeah. So, but that's good though. It's good that the Canadian government is a little more okay with what we are doing. What we're seeing, and I guarantee you, our people is not happy with them telling us or giving that much information out, because that means that they're topping our U.S. government, and people are going to be saying, well, we need to know the truth, the government. So let me look down in some chats and see what we got here. Let's see. Hang on one moment. There we go. Yeah, we're good. Get my email open here. I'm checking a few things out. No spend money trying to do sound calls here. All right, hang on. I'm just checking something for a minute here. Okay, we're good now. All right, so let's see. Let me read some chat. Sounds exactly like Tic Tacs, and the pilots have been seeing. I don't know. I can't say that we're going to look at it that way, because at the end of the day, those Tic Tacs is moving around. This here, each of these incidents, they do claim that it was not flying at incredible speed, because it's been taking hours, y'all remember, for these things to be moving across the airspaces before they engage. If it was a Tic Tac and all those things, they're moving, with the 5 observables, they're moving super quick when they move about. So you got to understand that that's not what's happening. Okay, that is not what's happening. We can kind of go with that a little bit. Canadian Patriot said the Canadian government is no different than anyone else. Well, we're going to give y'all a little kudos today. Okay, yeah, y'all did have to call us to shoot it down, but at least y'all willing to say something. But our government, shoot, they don't care. Loose lips sink ships, baby. There's been that thing. Paul said the first thing I would like to say that to an extraterrestrial. Thank you, Paul, for participating in the conversation. He says, the first thing I would like to say to extraterrestrials, I'm not with the fools that shot you and probe with you. I come in peace. You gonna sell us out, Paul, like that? Paul, like, I'm shit, y'all. I'm doing a peace treaty right now. Especially if they come and looking all angry and start asking, where is such and such? And it's like 60-year-old data. Where is Eisenhower? And you'd be like, huh? Yeah, we need to find his ass. Where is he? And they don't know it's been like 80 years because they've been traveling so long. Shoot, yeah, you're right. I'll be like, no, I'm selling out. Yeah. Malevolent or benevolent? Yeah, that was one of those things I would say. Sonia, did you say what I think you just said? I would love to colonize another world, but not like the way the Europeans did to America. So you do understand there's sex involved. If you're going to colonize, or you just saying you just want to go and step foot on the other land, or you want to go breed and have some babies and alien babies and help them replant, and they're going to mix DNA and all that, and you're going to, hook up with a green, 6-arm dude or gray, and it's not traditional. I don't know. Would y'all want to do that? Would y'all? I don't know. Maybe I'm making. I don't know. Kia says conspiracy alert. Conspiracy alert. Let's see what we got. China spy balloon. We're tracking the activity of previously, and since U.S. shot it down, now we're seeing these other objects. I don't know. I don't know if they're connected. I don't think they're connected. I think the China thing was a thing because we did not act evasively, regardless, fast enough to shoot it down anyway. And it was big, really big. Okay, so they were thinking of civilian casualties if this debris was to fall. But these two things here, obviously, they felt the need. But what really changes the game is that the Canadian one was they didn't waste time. Okay, the other ones, they spotted it. We're going to shoot it down, whatever. This one, hey, let's just shoot it down. We don't want to do this. So it's just all kind of crazy the way they size this stuff up when it comes down. But I will tell everybody, we got to be careful, though. We have to don't take this for granted and understand the severity of what is really happening, okay? Because there is something happening, and I'm not saying it as fear-based. No, I'm not using that term. And I don't want y'all to think, we under attack, or something. No, none of that crap. It's just that we need to know what's going on here. Let me look here. I don't know. He says last week, this is Yosabe, the U.S. launched a ballistic missile and called it a test. Now all has been happening crazy. Our big secret keepers lie so much and won't tell people what's going on. Well, I hope we're testing. That's okay. I don't have a problem with launching missiles and testing them. We need to make sure they work. So that's okay. All right. We're going to test drive a car before we buy it. You know what I mean? Make sure the stuff works. Now if they were shooting at something, that's a different story. Yeah. All right. She says Nick Pope's show on 4BK After Contact covers this. One point is the major government policy changes that will have to happen, especially holding officials who knew responsible. Okay. So go to Forbidden Knowledge TV and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and definitely do that. If you're watching now and you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do hit the subscribe button. We hit our 10,000 mark. We were 9,700 Monday night. And so we grew 250 people, and now we're 300 over 10,000. We're going toward 11,000 now. So we're like 600 people in the last 4 or 5 days, and so we're doing pretty good. So I want to appreciate y'all coming on board from there. Xavier said, I think it's all to deceive the way we handle all the balloons. No objects were shot down, possibly to get a feel of public reacts to things which I believe happened already. Okay. Norm says, what's your email, Roderick? I'm going to send you books. York talked about this. Oh, okay. The email is contact, CONATCT, at whythebigsecret.com. All right, so that's it. Leslie say, hey, Roderick. Hi, Leslie. How are you? And so you can, so it's contact at symbol whythebigsecret.com. Have y'all seen the movie Numbers with Nicolas Cage? It Spice the Angels as aliens, and it's a good movie. I don't think I've seen that. I might have. I just don't remember some of the scenes in it. We can do that. 50 Shades says, makes me question these documents discovered at the Mar-a-Lago may have included information pertaining to unidentified objects. Imagine the conversations held over the dinner parties. All right. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that, but like I said, we're gonna do a lot of politics. That wasn't bad politics, but yeah, I get it. Hit the thumbs up, people. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up because I can't see how many thumbs up. Let me see what we got. Let me go over to YouTube and pull up our own channel. I don't see it here because I'm on the live stream, but definitely want to see what we got. All right, let's go into the video. All right, so we've done that. All right, yeah, so we got 132 likes. So yeah, y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Definitely hit the like button. So we could definitely do that and pretty much. And yeah, hit the like button. So all right, let's cover a couple of more things and we're gonna play it again like we did last night and say how many days do y'all think we're gonna see another UFO? That's what I'm gonna call it. What do y'all think? They're gonna shoot something else down. Let's play the game here. They're gonna shoot something else down. When? And let's go. How many days? How many days y'all think that they're going to be doing that? I just want to know. Where can we find the moving numbers? I don't know, Marla. I don't know. Maybe somebody can put that in the chat to what we're looking for, and pretty much from doing that. So I think next week we're gonna probably have maybe the end of next week our first in-house studio interview. So we're gonna be doing it in-house. Everything is now set up. The lighting, the studio areas over there, the editing bay in the back is ready. All that. So we're gonna start bringing people in Dallas, giving them opportunities to come up here, and we will take their stories. But we just want to hear stories. So someone says 7 days, 12 days. Charles says he thinks 5 days, 1 day for surreal. Yeah, there was a bunch of y'all yesterday that said 1 day last night, and all of a sudden we got 1 day. So that was pretty it, you know. Yeah, we talking about all of those things and pretty much appreciate it, Robbie. Just keep up the elevation and enlightenment as well. Why the big secret? Yeah, appreciate it. And again, that's the social dig. Make sure y'all check it out. I think matter of fact, let me just look real quick and see when is the next show. What you got coming up, Rob? Let me look up and see if you got something playing here. Let's do that. Yeah, so I mean, I think we yesterday there was a bunch of y'all yesterday that actually said that 1 day, you know, which was last night, that we would have another shootout, and we did. But if you guys was putting in a bet on that bad boy, you would have definitely won money. Yeah, I'm sure you would. I tell you that much. You'd have won some money, and it'll have been good to go. Yeah, so that'll be the deal. All right. So it's one of those deals. So I think we need to probably really start paying close attention to, like I said before, what they're not seeing, and then we can turn around and start making a determination. So let's go back over a couple of facts real quick. We had the China situation, so I think it's time for all of us to move the China spy balloon out the side. Okay, this ain't that. Okay. And let's just go with what we do know, that they shot something down yesterday and it was not a balloon. But we don't know what it is. And as the press reporter says, who owned that dang thing? All right. So we move that out of the way. Who owns it? We don't know. And it's almost like she asked the question. Y'all remember the smirk, right? And let me show that again real quick. And I want y'all to pay attention. This was from our first event. And you know what? Pay attention to this stuff. Pay attention to his expression that I'm about to show you. I did zoom in on it. And then we're going to go into what happened today, and I'm gonna tie these two things together. Check this out real quick right now, but pay attention to the facial expressions, and then we're gonna tie it in today.
Another aircraft of some sort, airship, balloon, something was shot down today. Who owns it? What were the circumstances? Was the president directly involved?
Now, did you see that real quickly when she said, "Who owns it?" Y'all pay attention to me, okay? Come on, just give me a second here. She said, "Who owns it?" And then I'm gonna play it again one more time because I'm going to give you a breakthrough here. All right, I'm gonna play it again one more time. Let's go.
Another aircraft of some sort, airship, balloon, something was shot down today. Who owns it? What were the circumstances? Was the president directly involved?
So she said, "Who owns it?" And then he gave that smirk. And then all of a sudden, it happens again today. And the Canadian says, "You guys shoot your own shit down." Could that be? Y'all get what I'm saying? Could you guys shoot your own stuff down? You get what I'm saying? Because we clean up our own mess. Who owns it? He smirks. And then she says, and then today, they didn't use their own fighter pilots. They didn't waste their missiles. They said the United States government went into Canada's airspace via NORAD and shot the thing down. Okay? Y'all with me? And you see the smirk when she said, "Who owns it?" And he was like, "Shit, you know that's our shit." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know it's ours. And then we going, "What do y'all think? Come on." I'm just out on a limb. Help me out. Anybody can go with me on that one? You know what I'm saying? I know I'm on a limb, but can y'all go with me on that? Roderick, tell these folks to hit the like button. There's only 9 likes. There's only 9 likes what, on the show? Where? Boy, y'all hit my like button. Y'all gonna make me, hold on. 1 second. Yeah. Let me rest my chin here a little bit and just hope this helps. So yeah, I hope this helps. How about that? All right. Yeah, hope this helps. Yeah, so am I alone with that thought though? You know, y'all get what I'm saying? Am I alone with the thought of that it's our stuff? It's our stuff, and all of a sudden that we go and we shoot it down. Hit the like button, please. Anyway, but we go and we shoot it down. All right. So what do y'all think about that, though? You know, and you saw the smirk on the dude's face. You can't make this stuff up. I zoomed in on it because body language is an important factor, especially doing something such as that. That his body language was not joking. Okay, or he was like, "I don't care." So let me read some comments. Y'all got some deep conversations going on there. I'm not gonna butt in on some of those. Let y'all do y'all thing, and let y'all run that. All right, so we got 150 something likes. We're doing good. All right. If you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel here, please make sure you do so, and hit those alert buttons so that you know when we go live, upload, and all of those things when we come down to what we do. How many people are new here? Let's say within the last 30 days, you're new, or let's give a shout out to you. Let me know where we go forward. And also, once again, Drona, it is Saturday. Maybe you are the top dog because it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Yesterday was a war, and it was a great war. And but from there. But if you want to be today's sponsor, you can sponsor the show. There you go. At the bottom, you can give anytime that you want. Cash out right there. Immediate support. but we will take YouTube super chat. It doesn't really matter. We would do that, and your supporters. New subscribers didn't know you had your own channel. Real? Oh, since I was doing over there at Billy Carson's. Yeah. Okay, we got some new subs. Thank you. All right, 2 months now. Appreciate it. I'm a newcomer, loving what I'm listening to. Thank you, 50 Shades of Grey. Thank you. My job is to provide what I call infotainment. You know, I want you to have the information, but we're gonna also have a little entertainment with it. Because I think, you know, this conversation, we don't have to always be so damn serious all the time. And we will get to a point where we all can sit around and laugh about it, but we know it's serious, where we can bring it out emotionally, where it's not trauma, right? We can do that. So we're going to be doing some great stuff coming in. Let's see. Phil says, new here, but saw you on Forbidden Knowledge. Yes, Tuesday night is the show. And that would mean that you would have witnessed the openings that I do there. And when I say, you know, truth seekers, I want to welcome you to Roderick Martin, Why the Big Secret. Yeah, you could have been over at Forbidden Knowledge TV, but you're over here tonight, and I want to thank you, because you could have been any other place tonight. So I bid you good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in a 24 time zone. I'm located in that jumbo state. This is where those UFOs come out to play. It is a Texas thing, y'all. And in Texas, everything's big. And I got a big promise, and I will tell you that promise right now, and we'll get back to the show. But anyway, is being the boldest, baffling, belligerent YouTube channel in the world, creating captivating conversations that are certainly called controversy. Once again, join me tonight. We're talking about those balloons and airships and UFOs being shoot down, and that's how we roll. Anyway, I like doing it. Yeah, that's just me. Just giving y'all a little bit. I know, unnecessary shit, but it feels, you know, it's a little energy. Just pick up the energy, you know, and just roll it out. But that's, you know, I do it on Tuesday nights, and I'll do it here when we come. But we still have our Truth Seekers theme song. So, but anyway, welcome everybody. If you are new here, I appreciate it, and I won't disappoint you. We have some new ways we're going to make some changes and even better the content even more. Now, of course, we're still going to be here with our UFOs and extraterrestrials and what's happening. But as most people are focusing on what's happening in the skies, we're going to start focusing a little bit on what's happening, a lot of really what's happening with people on the ground. And so that's the goal, to be doing that. And that's how we're going to roll. Thank you. Some people said, hey, man, the intro is cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Fires and fires and fires. My birthday is to be coming up. And I will do not mind telling you, it's March 10th. So for the Pisces in the house, then it'll be our time. So we will definitely be doing that. Roderick Secret, do you do call-ins? Yes, I do. I really do. So here's how we would do it. You want to call in the wicked world. What would you have to say today? I'm interested in seeing. She says, do we do call-ins? What would you have to say today, wicked world? And Jeff says, I want to know what he meant by not of this hunt. He slipped the backtrack. You talking about the guy when I just showed the thing? You talking about the short clip? Let me play it again if that's what you're talking about. Let's see.
Another aircraft of some sort, airship, balloon, something was shot down today. Who owns it? What were the circumstances? Was the president directly in?
Yeah, okay. So wasn't that clip is what you're talking about. Yeah, we had another clip that that we had. And yeah, so we won't play it all, but we definitely will do that. Yeah. All right. She says, Leslie, laugh out. That's Dad's birthday. And what? Dad's birthday. Oh, February 23rd. All right, then. Pisces will be in the house. Oh, okay. You know what? I had someone to mention some stuff like that before, actually. That he had a. I'm not going to tell a secret and stuff, but yeah. All right. All right. Native V said, I have to go. Great conversation. All right. You all say good night, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Great conversation, but I have to go. Thank you. It is Friday, Saturday night. Yeah. And I know it's 9 and I'm not going to keep everybody because I know some of y'all might have to go out and party. March 6th is for me. All right, Jeff, welcome. March 10th is me. For the people bringing up Atlantis, go check out Joe Rogan's podcast with Jimmy Corsetta and Ben Van Kirk. They give substantial evidence to claim that it is located in the middle of the Sahara Desert. All right, well, there y'all go. There you go. Go check it out. Yeah. This thing is delayed. YouTube wasn't updating fast enough. Yeah. So, all right, just to bring everybody in perspective, we won't stay too much longer. But I will say that there has been another shot down, which was different from yesterday. We had the Chinese drone or spy balloon, so to speak, was shot down last week, and then now we had yesterday. We shot some down over the United States, and then now we have another unidentified object, and they were leaving out the word flying, so they don't want to call it UFOs. We have another unidentified object, and so there's something that we want to look into, and then all of a sudden, we have it happen in Canada. The other side of the fence is that they didn't shoot it down themselves. They decided for us to shoot it down, which draw me into there's a connection because why we would go over to their airspace and shoot something down for them in NORAD, and they have their own fighters. They could have easily done it for themselves, but they want to, so we're like, no, let us shoot our own stuff down. And I guarantee you, the arsenal and missile or whatever they use to shoot this down was probably really powerful because they're going to blow it up completely so that they can't, whatever debris they find, they don't get nothing. I guarantee you, I would be just shocked to know. And pretty much, I'll be shocked to know what they use to fire this one up as opposed to the other thing. I will be very shocked to know. Girl from the base, yeah, our military is stronger. Yeah. Battle of the balloons. No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. The battle of the balloons and yeah, all of that stuff is what it says to be. All right. So the Greys are the type of bio robots made by fallen angels. I don't know. I can't. I can go there, but I won't. It's just whatever everybody thinks. If that's how we feel, and pretty much. All right, so some final thoughts before we get out of here. We'll be at the 2-hour mark. And then once again, I want to thank all our supporters of the show tonight, all of you being here tonight. You could have been any other place tonight. We will do more of these breaking news. If something else shoot tomorrow, my ass will be here. We'll be here tomorrow shooting some things. We're going to upload some videos as well. So make sure you pay attention to some of those content that's going to be coming. They'll be pre-recorded as well as we'll do our live stream. And then Tuesday night, working on a huge guest Tuesday night. So I need to figure out a way. If you were part of the Truth Seekers community, then when I email out everything, it comes into that community. Everybody gets it. So you could definitely, Sonya said, let's go longer. You mean tonight? Are you saying tonight, Sonya, go longer? What are you saying? So I'm not, let me know if you're talking about tonight on the show. Let me know if you're talking about tonight. Girl from the base, I'm a nervous summer man. What the hell does that mean? Sumper. Oh, I'm like, summer man. Sonya says, let's go longer. Anybody want to go longer? Yeah, put some yes, but I need some unanimously yes. If y'all want to go longer, we can push it, baby. I don't mind. I got my granolas in there, some more water. But I'm not, we got 160, 70 people here. I'm talking about 3 or 4 yeses. I want the majority. Do y'all want to go longer? We would go longer. I want to see some support, and I hang in here with you. forget that. Yeah. So I had a date with a supermodel. She's gone. Let me just text her. Look, I'm texting her now. Date done. We're not doing it. Yeah, I wish. But as long as you're up for it, I'm good. If y'all listen, I'm here for the audience. Okay, if the audience says let's go longer, we're gonna go longer. But it's Saturday night. Some of y'all might want to go out and do whatever, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? We can do it. So yeah. All I do every now and then, since I've been drinking like loads of water, so I'll be taking some bathroom break here. That just takes 30 seconds. We need to respect Roderick's time. He needs to drive home. It's late. No, it's okay. It's okay. I miss y'all too. I want to be here too. I just didn't know. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. This is what I am here to do, is to be here for you in any case. And I'm here. So if y'all, all right, so we got enough yeses to stay here. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Yep, yeah. Look at that. All right then. All right, so let's buckle down for some more time. Let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm with you. All right, so all right, let's get in more detail of what is happening and what is happening right now. So once again, we have these UFOs, and like I said, they do not want to call them UFOs. They want to call them unidentified objects. You don't even have to word fly. All right, so we know that. I know there's a lot of people out there have fear of what is happening. I know there is. There's a lot of people that have fear that something bigger is going on in is it aliens or is it whatever? We don't know. We really don't know what it is or who it is. But the fact they're shooting it down. Now, I don't believe that we will waste time. Well, no, our big secret keepers probably would do that. We'll create this diversion of things and make this stuff up. I'm sure they will. And so that is something that we definitely know. Okay, but we still got to always go down the question why. We got to go down the question road. Why? Why is this happening? Why is there shooting them down? And so now we should also be under assumption to know. Well, let me back up, because assumptions is the mother of all fuck ups. We don't want to assume nothing. Okay, we all should be to a point to know that there is a difference between the point that Chinese balloon and these two objects. They are not in the same boat. Like they said, they're smaller, but now you get to a point where now the Canadians are now telling you we got a cylinder type item. Object shapes, and then all of a sudden the third one. So when the third one shows up, like the past two, this is when we all should really hoping that they turn this over to Arrow. So if they turn it over to Arrow, now we're going to get some investigations, and now we the people can press that, because it is funded by the people and the congressional hearings and all that. Everybody's on top of that. And again, that's why I'm still shocked that we don't hear anything from Arrow saying we're going to go and see what this item is. All right. Coop says, good night, Roderick. Have a great show. It is 2:30. He's British. Oh, okay. It's 2:30. That's why I always say, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the 24 time zones watching the show. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah. Y'all give Coop a good night and let him know. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Definitely from there. We appreciate you, Coop. And yeah. So yeah, but and again, these two items are totally different. So we have to put them in a different category than this Chinese spycraft. I really think the Chinese balloon was a mistake, and then whoever's sending these things out felt that this was the perfect time to jump on top of that. You know what I'm saying? That's what was going on. I'm telling you, that is happened. That Chinese thing was probably a coincidence, and now these other two was not. They was a deliberate release of whatever this technology, whatever it is, and however it is, we felt we're going to shoot it down. And like I said, we're not going to waste time shooting down our own stuff. That'll be nuts, right? It'll be nuts. It'll be really nuts to do. Yeah, the balloon was so obvious. I call BS. I'm with you, KP. Yeah. Summer says one day YouTube AI will be good enough for a live captures role. I don't know. Probably do that anyway. I have to go back and cut out some of these cuss words and stuff. They'll let me know. They'll be like, we'll flag it. And then I have to go and piece little pieces out. But I'll definitely do it. Sabian said, why do we have to focus? Let's do that. Let me put this on the screen. Sabian said, why do we have to focus on flying objects right now? I was surprised that they didn't call the China balloon a UFO, but you're right. They used that info somehow. Yeah, well, here's the deal. They weren't going to call the China balloon a UFO, okay, Sabian, because it was identified. A UFO is going to fall in the classification of unidentified flying object. They knew what that was, and they knew. And then, of course, China had already admitted that it was theirs because they were sitting there saying, we're not spying on y'all. It just got out of control. So they weren't going to call it that. All right. This here, because it's not China, they can't blame it on China nor Russia or anyone else. So they have to go in and say, okay, this is an unidentified object. But once again, all the press, everybody's in it. So they leave off the term of flying so that the public is not signaled that there's a UFO. So those are two different things. That balloon was identified. The thing that was shot down now, both countries are saying we don't know who owned it, why it was originated, why it was there, the whole 9 yards. And so therefore, the Chinese balloon was a spy balloon. We know why they're there. They're spying. Let's shoot it down. Why is it spying? Let's get it. It's really big. So the technology is totally different. And we got drones. We have military Predator drones, but it won't be flying. I don't think they fly 40 and 50,000 feet up in the air. So that's another part of this thing. And we have to see. Let me read some of the chats here. Jeff said we should never have shot it down. What? The balloons or the items? Now, don't get me wrong. Let me stop right there. Let me stop everybody. I am definitely on board with them shooting it down. Believe me, we as citizens of the free world, or supposedly, you don't want something flying around. Air superiority is not no joke. That's what wins it all. Okay. And we pay a lot of money to go to sleep at night. And I promise you, if the word got out that there's a gazillion things flying around that we think is out there, a lot of people ain't sleeping good at night. So shoot it down. If it don't belong in our airspace, bring it down immediately. Now, okay, listen to what I'm going to say next. But if you know what you're shooting at is outrunning the wind and moving fast as time and light and speed, and instantaneous acceleration, transmedium technology, space, water, air, leave that shit alone. So that's all I'm saying. And that's why I think it's happening now. We shoot down things that we can shoot down. We ain't shooting down the things that we can't shoot down. So you get what I'm saying? It's like oxymoron. But you know what I'm saying? We are shooting down the things that we can shoot down. We're not going to shoot down the ones we can't shoot down. So leave those alone. The ones we can't shoot down, leave it alone. That's all I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying. Shoot down the ones that we can shoot down. That we supposed to. It's like a football team. We supposed to beat the ones that we supposed to beat. when they play each other or whatever. The superior team should win. But don't mess with the ones and wake up the ones that you don't need to be messing with. Yeah. All right, let's get 200 likes in here. We're about 25 more likes, so 25 people can like the video. Let's do it. Get us up to a couple of hundred likes. That'll be cool. And we can kind of do that. He says, I like to know we shot at Venus. Venus what? The planet Venus? We probably could, but it ain't hit yet. We probably shot at Venus back in the 1850s, and it's still on its way, if it's anything. You know, those things are not like close enough. If that's what you mean. I like to know we shot at Venus. If you're talking about the planet Venus. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I would assume we ain't going to hit it if we did. American Air Force now hunting UFOs. Well, they've been doing that. Yeah, they've been doing that. Superman said the Death Star. Savion says 1945 BB-34. Okay. Somebody's agreeing. I hope you're agreeing with me. That'll be CC. We'll go with that and see where we're going. All right. So anybody going to top off Droney? Droney? I ain't trying to have him lose his spot, but $22, you know, you can cash out and be the new sponsor of this longevity show. And you're going to be here for eternity, you know. People 10 years from now, when we get 200,000 subscribers, 2 million, we'll have 2 million by that time anyway, 3. But hundreds of thousands of people is going to see your name that you supported Why the Big Secret. We're going to go back over that and just think all of that. So you can cash out and be the new king tonight, or queen. We like some queens. Make it a queen. All right, so let me keep coming to the comments here. The latest object appears. Let's go with what Carrot is saying here. The latest object appeared to be small metallic balloon with a tethered payload, according to the U.S. officials familiar with the situation. That was from the Canning of PM. I don't know. The Prime Minister and KG sent the link to Carrot that it was a cylinder type object. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's go with this. Richard says, "Love what you're doing, Roderick. Keep it up." Thank you, Richard. We're gonna do it, and to also say, we're gonna up the show, y'all. We got some other stuff that's about to come. I'm just strategically putting it together. I can't explain some of the stuff last night. We want to be the show. Then come to see the show. Come to be the show. Definitely, that's our mantra right there. Did not come to see the show. Sonia says size of a car. Yeah. So it wasn't that big. It wasn't that big at all. It was something else. And yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, Jimmy Carter. Yeah, he said he saw the peanut. Saw a UFO, an alien or something. That story's been around quite some time. Yeah, definitely been around, and pretty much. And we would do that. All right, let me check. Is my cash out broken or something? It's not working. Maybe nobody's sending anything. That's it. Nope, it's not working. Cash out test. No. All right, well, that's fine. So, it used to work. Yeah, it used to work. No problem. But anyway, yeah. So Ronald Reagan, yeah, a lot of our presidents have seen UFOs, and which makes it interesting because when someone wanted to run for president, it's like they was going to expose the secret anyway. But once they get in office, they realize they have no freaking power, not over the big secrets. There's a lot of more people saying, no, we control this thing. So don't come in here doing that. You know, we would do. So that's not the drill at all. So yeah, so that's a whole different ball game when it comes down to that. But all right, so If they shoot down a third one in the next few days, what are y'all going to think? What do y'all think the public would say now that we have a third, item shot down somewhere? And it's going to be, let me give you the location. It's going to be over Latin America, okay? Definitely in Latin America is where the next outing would be. And why do I say that? Because that's one of those countries who they can't do nothing about it if we were to say something, because we can, blame it wherever we want. Richard said, I just described a few days ago. Let me see here. Richard said, I just subscribed a few days ago to your show after seeing you with Billy Carson, and I've been on a spiritual journey for the last couple of years. I love how you're bringing it to a normal class people. Richard, that is probably by far the best example of what I'm trying to accomplish. Because, see, I tell people all the time, I don't want to get into those high-level conversations. For what? I want us to talk to the people, the majority of people, where, all right, we're either new to it or they're wondering, whatever it is. There's always those high level, we want to talk about the alien, not alien, but the technology weapon that NASA got it. I know there's some interest, but if we can have normal conversations on a ground level, that is where the productivity is going to happen. Bringing more people out, being able to share their experiences, be comfortable with their experiences, and it's one of those things. And so that has been day one. I try to say that all the time, and really not to get into all the deeper side of things, but to keep it where we are. That is for sure. Is God with the lower G? Is that what we're doing here? Savian, I don't know where you're going, but we will. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not for sure. Girlfriend of Bay, you can handle that conversation. You on it, Liz. You're on it. And yeah, so we can do that. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, let me continue. I think it's going to be in Latin America, like I was just saying. That's a country that's small enough where there's a lot of these sightings are going on, and they will definitely follow the narrative that if the big secret keepers in our country wanted them to do, they're going to follow that narrative. So that is the key. It's going to happen. It's going to go down. And you better believe it, that's what's going to go down. So, all right. So, yeah. Y'all help. I'm going to ignore that. And Rainbow said, I've heard, put it up on screen here. I heard that they spotted something on the radar over Montana so that they closed the airspace, but they have not reopened it because they couldn't find it. I have not heard about that, Rainbow Light Warrior. If you don't mind, I would love to send me the article or something on it, because I would love to look it up if you can find it. And that will be at contact, CONTACT, at whythebigsecret.com. Would love for you to send that link and information over. If there's something else out there. Let me see here. All right, checking the emails. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm not for sure. So yeah, we can look and see. But yeah, if you got that information, chill it out to me, and then we can check it out. And anytime y'all do find stuff like that, you can post a link to whatever you're saying here in the chat too. We can click on it, and eventually I can bring it up on screen if there's something we've seen. Like I said, I have not heard it. And all right, so finally, someone asked a question. Boga says, why is Canada asking us to shoot down a UFO? Why didn't they? I've been saying that all night long. I've been trying to point that out Boga Boogie or Boga or whatever, Booga Boogie, whatever, BB, whatever. You with me? I've been trying to point that out all night long. Did anybody notice why we shot it down and they didn't do it themselves? Because it comes back to that smirk on his face when she said, "Who owns it?" And he smirked because he almost admitted we own it. And so probably Canada said, "Guys, if that's your sugar honey IT in our airspace, you guys need to get rid of this. We're not going to waste one of our missiles in shooting down your stuff. Man, get rid of it. Get it out of our airspace now." And so we go shoot it down. So I'm with you. That was my question of why. Because there you go. It makes sense. We clean our own mess up. And that was it. And they knew it. That's why you hear this joint effort. It went into their airspace. No, okay, let me put it like this. Our big secret keepers know it originated here. They know. They just don't. It may not be by our government, but it's some nefarious or some groups here that put that thing up in the sky. They know that. They know it came from US. And now whoever did it again sent it over to Canada. And Canada is saying, "Hey guys, we're a little pissed off about this. It's not right." And the US says, "Okay, man, we got it. We'll go shoot it down because we know it's coming from here. We don't know who's doing it yet, but we'll shoot it down." And Canada's like, "Okay, y'all get rid of that shit. We ain't playing with you." But it came from here. Because somebody slipped it and said that NORAD said they tracked that thing from Alaska or wherever it was from going toward Canada. They called them and told them it's coming your way. Because it came from here. It came from somewhere over here. And that goes back to, again, the smirk when she asked the question. Look at this dude face again.
Another aircraft of some sort, airship, balloon, something was shot down today. Who owns it? What were the circumstances? Was the president directly involved?
Listen, he said it was us. Do y'all know if he was in a police room or whatever, if he was in some police room, interrogation room, and they was asking him a question, did you commit the crime? And he's like, that's a yes. That is a yes. You don't have to answer, did you commit the crime? Who committed the crime? And he's like, the psychoanalyst would have been like, hey, he did it. That was him admitting it was us, it's ours. And that's why I believe, same thing with you, Bogan, that they shot it down because it was us. We created the problem. Go clean that crap up, is what they said. Yeah, that's how it will. Somebody says Canada only has small jets and old F-16. So you're saying the F-16 can't fly high enough? I don't know. Check that out. That's a good comeback, Thomas. How high can an Google how high an F-16 can fly, and that'll answer the questions there. So if it only can go 30 something thousand in the F-22, all right, so they sent it in. Logan said, I assume they were floating down from the Arctic. China didn't deny the balloons. Well, no. Step says Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale tweeted that he was in direct contact with 911 dispatcher from NORCOM to help monitor the situation after the news broke. Yeah. She also says beforehand, federal officials issued a temporary closure of Montana Airways to support the Department of Defense after an unidentified flying object was shot down in Canada. All right, so it was the same one, is what she's saying. It came from Montana. Remember, I told y'all, NORAD said they knew it was on its way to Canada and called them and told them. So obviously it originated over our soil somewhere. And believe me, they don't know really what's happening until this thing hits the sky, right? And so there you go. That's why, you got to be cautious with this stuff. Yeah, you got to be cautious. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about that. Surreal, that's a great question. Can we not fly back our own drones? If it was, well, okay, let me put it like this. If the drone, if whatever the object was controlled by the military, okay, then they could have. The fact that it could have originated here, but it wasn't done by the military, it could have been the CIA, it could have been some, they all don't work together. It could have been Navy, it could have been some, contractor or whatever, or it could have been extraterrestrials. But the whole point is, yeah, we can, but you can't send back what you did originally that you don't control. So obviously there's a control factor that plays in that wasn't there. That's all I can think of, me personally. So I'm with you. The possibility of them sending it back because it's ours. But the fact that he was probably just nodding that it's American based. How about that? Yeah. So Thomas says many other balloons flew over the U.S. and public didn't know anything, including in a time that we had a former president. Yeah. Yeah, and it's just all about the narrative. Somebody wanted out. They want to talk about it now for a reason. All that includes whatever the plan is. You know what I'm saying, Thomas? It's a plan. We just don't know, but we as truth seekers, we should know. So real quickly, let me give y'all our anthem real quick. Check it out right now. It's real quick. Leader. Man, from the big secret keeper, UFOs and then by looking up in the sky. I said, why? We want disclosure, actual facts, and all the tracks. They're breaking down the stuff to crime. Secret, blow your mind. That's it. That's the mission, y'all. That's the mission. That's the mission. Yeah, that's the mission. Y'all couldn't hear my jam? That's what y'all saying? Nobody heard that? We can't hear it. Really? I wonder why. So you saying I'm just sitting here looking goofy? Y'all didn't hear that? I'm sitting here. Y'all hear me talking now, right? Yeah? Y'all don't hear me talking? I know. Somebody else say I heard it. Thank you. Maybe they playing jokes and I'm sitting here being all goofy and stuff and they talking about they can't hear it. Nah, it was all on you. Anybody else heard that? Y'all did, right? Come on. Diana, did you hear it? Anybody? Come on, don't leave me hanging. Girlfriend of bake. If you heard it, Liz, I'm down. I'm sitting there thinking I was looking. Everybody else said good. Okay. All right, we're good. Somebody said I heard it. I heard that. I heard you talking. I'm talking about the Truth Seekers song. Did y'all hear the Truth Seekers song? Y'all did? It's supposed to play through. I got this sophisticated equipment here. It's all that. So he's saying he couldn't hear the theme song. All right, I'm gonna play something now. Y'all let me know if y'all hear this. Let me see. So y'all didn't hear the music? Y'all hear music now? All right. Somebody said I heard rock. So y'all don't hear no music. Man, that means something's wrong. Just no word. All right, so all right. All right, so I'll go into the same switchboard. Didn't hear it. Okay, so y'all no music, but y'all heard me rapping. Shit, I was looking goofy and fuck, man. Yeah, y'all supposed to hear my my stuff. It's crazy. All right, so I feel awful now. I feel like I was like being a clown, and big old clown and stuff. So I got other stuff, and you're supposed to hear it all queued up and stuff. All right, well, I was gonna play y'all something really nice. I was gonna play y'all a secret file, and it's gonna be a government secret file. But since y'all can't hear nothing, I don't need to be playing. Yeah, input. Everything is set on my end. Just me talking. You goofy. Oh my God, I was goofy. So that's messed up, man. I got all this technology right here. This technology, okay. This technology is running this show, y'all. Right there. Yeah. And running the show. So that means y'all didn't hear nothing early. Did y'all hear me earlier when I played the song? Or let me go back. Did y'all hear my little voice? All right. Do y'all hear my voice changing? I want to know. Did y'all hear my voice changing? Nope. No voice change. No nothing. See, I'm supposed to sound different. All right. Okay. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to roll it. All right. So, all right, regular voice. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reset it real quick. We'll stay here visually though. Let me see what's happening. I'll reset it, and you'll see what's happening. One moment. One moment. We'll reset. All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. Y'all hear me now? Testing, 1, 2, 3. How about now? I just unmuted. Y'all good? No sound. Now we can hear you speaking. Gotta hop off, y'all. Good night. So, do y'all hear me now, though? Can you hear me now? Loud and clear? Loud and clear? Loud and clear? All right. Okay, I'm going to play a little music. Y'all let me know. Okay. I can hear you. How about this? Let me know if you can hear music.
Why the big secret? Truth seekers, but really the true leaders. It's time to get the facts from the big secret keepers. UFOs passing by when I look up in the sky. We're out here asking why, but we don't get no reply. We want disclosure, we need the actual facts. They're covering all the tracks, but we're not backing down. It's our time. Stay on the grind.
All right. So y'all hear the music then? Yes? 100. All right. Thank you, Rob G. All right, so y'all heard the music and all of that. So y'all didn't hear me give out tomorrow's lottery numbers then. It was hidden in code in a song. We can only hear your stomach growling. I know, dude, right? You funny. Yeah. So it's fixed. Steph says fixed. All right. So that means that let me make sure if I was talking.
All right. So can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Are we good? No? Y'all can't hear me now? All right. I'll just wait for the chat. What about the secret files now? Oh, shit. That was tempting, wasn't it? Hell yeah. You wanted to know them secret files? I might have made that shit up just to see if y'all was listening. I might have made it move. I might have made it up because I can do that. All right. So the voice is working. Okay. That's cool. All right. Hit that shit again. What do you mean? You talking about the jam? Yeah. All right. We can do that. We can
talk like a robot. Yeah.
We can do megaphone.
We can do voice. We can say I'm an alien and I'm coming for you.
Yeah, we can do a lot of stuff with this thing. That's cool. Yeah, we can do it. The chipmunks, I know, and it's really cool. Yeah, all right, so here we go. I'm gonna give y'all a little, let's get ready for the next side of the show.
Now, today's UFO and government disclosure updates. Let's go beyond the narrative on Why the Big Secret with Roderick Martin.
All right, so there you go. We have our in the news, and that's how we roll it, and pretty much. All right, so I test the equipment, so anybody else can test my cash out because it's not working either. Y'all hear that? It's not working. Yeah. Anyway, 3 more likes. We good? All right, y'all funny. Somebody can't hear you. All right. So y'all, I'm gonna be look. If the thing is telling me to shut down because it's just saying we can't do it, then we need to know. Basically, we need to know what's going on. All right. Yeah. Somebody said it's playing. All right. My brother love it. We're good. All right. So we're good. So let's get into some stranger things. All right. So let's talk about alien abductions. And we could get into some of the strange stuff that's happening out there. And let's do it. Yeah, okay, it's playing. So when I opened my show up, I had a great conversation. We was talking. So I'm really concerned that y'all didn't even hear my intro, man. That was like, I was really doing my thing. And but yeah, we'll talk about it some more. Okay, so everybody's hearing everything perfect. So good. All right, so let me do a quick reset. A couple of days ago, as you know, last week, we had a Chinese spy balloon, okay? And everybody freaked out because it stayed over our airspace a very long time. And our military was seen to be weak, and people was like, it's weak, and we can't even protect ourselves. So eventually they shot it down. Now, granted, there was some decisions to be made because there could have been civilian casualties if there were debris and things that hit. So rightfully so, they took the right moment and shot it down at the right time. So now all of a sudden I thought the what we saw yesterday was our military trying to calm the public to show we do have air superiority. We can shoot down those things. Let's send something up there to scare the public, but let's show our might, okay? But now the second one, and it's almost like when they say, F me once, shame on you, F me twice, shame on me. And now we have a problem. And so this is big, folks. It's getting bigger. It's going to get bigger. So we need to pay attention to the signs of what they're saying and what they're not saying when it comes down to this UFO things, so that we know that this is not a game, okay? Pay attention to, like I said, the verbiage that they're using, anything but UFO, but it's unidentified, it's objects, and the fact that we shot it down, that we have to make sure that we know. So as truth seekers, we will work together and make sure that we're the big secret keepers are not keeping our eyes blind to what we're doing. And those are some of the things that we need to do. So we're going to do that. He says, focus on the camera. I know. It's actually what happens is seeing that alien eyes right there. And I need to turn his head completely sideways. And it's focusing on eyes. So when I put my eyes down to look down here, it focuses on the eyes of the alien over there. And so we can do that. Yeah. All right. Yes. It's doing all over again. Yeah. Okay. So I am about to get out of here now. So let me give y'all some final words of what we're doing. And thank y'all for being here. So first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight. We've been here a couple of hours, and I want to thank you. As always, you could have been any other place tonight, but you chose to be right here, right now. And so with that being said, I want to thank you. I'm going to go down to the gym, get in the hot tub, the swimming pool. And we have a 24-hour fitness here. And so I'm going to go do that before it gets a little late. But anyway, I appreciate all of you who supported the channel tonight with your contributions, your kind, your thoughts, and all of that means a lot as we venture down the road of high strangeness. I have much love for everyone. I really do. And as always, I saw a post that Sarah posted on one of her sites, and it says, if you can hate me without knowing me, then I can love you without ever meeting you. Okay. And so some of you I've never met, but I do love you, and I do love your time and everything else. And I will keep my end of the bargain to continue to get better at what I do, get better to serve you in any way that I'm supposed to reach the pinnacle, and that is be one of the best as we continue down this road doing that. Give a shout out to all of you and who have come in and the regulars. If something happens tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow. If not, you'll see me Monday. Definitely check out the show on Forbidden Knowledge on Tuesday. Subscribe to the channel. Begin to spread the word the best that we can to do the things that we do. And I love it. We're across the board from that, okay? All right. So anything else other than that? Charles says, thank Roderick. We enjoyed the show. Peace and love to you, bro, as well. And anyone else. Greatness to Stephanie, Sonia, all of you. Make sure that you guys do what you do. So we're at that time. All right. And if you haven't followed me, you guys can follow me on Instagram. That's Real Roderick Martin. Definitely do that as well as you can. And we will do that.